Hello everyone, it's Cherie. Welcome to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well and enjoying life. Today I'm going to be sharing my junk journaling process, and I have chosen 4 photos that I want to document, and then I'm just showing you what pieces I grabbed to try to use in the spread. And I just pulled out 2 sticker sheets from my stash, and that I just basically like the colors. And then I have these little collage papers that I had recently purchased from a shop called My Favorite Ephemera on Etsy. And I got them because I wanted to do some like masterboard collages, and I just thought they were pretty. So they were sitting on my desk, and when I went to use my journal, I was like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and try to use these because I just love the florals. So I have this, like I said, I got pictures. I've got 4. 2 are of my grandbaby, and the other 2 are of her mama when she was about her age, so about 2 years old. So I wanted to back this photo of my grandbaby Raina, and I really liked that floral, but I felt like it needed something to break up between the photo and the actual floral paper. Just a little something plain, I guess you could say, just to help that make that floral pop a little bit better. So just like a neutral. And I'm using this paper from Rachel at Roxy Creations, the straw paper, which I remembered the name this time. And I'm going to go ahead and just tear it. I didn't want to cut it because I wanted it to have kind of like a rough edge. I didn't want it to be all perfect and precise. The photo is actually, we're getting ready to go to my stepsister's house to go swimming in the pool and have a cookout. So I really, I liked how that looked, but when I went to go put it down, I kind of changed my mind as far as which floral I wanted to use. Because she has like a little blue dress on, and her bathing suit was green, which she's wearing under her dress, and she was playing around. She had my glasses, and we were playing Where's Raina, which is she'll put something on her face and we'll all go, where's Raina? You know, like peekaboo. And she just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world that she puts something on her face and nobody knows where she is. She just giggles and giggles about it. It's so cute. So I decided to go with this paper here because it has a little bit more blues and greens. And at this point I wasn't really sure like what direction I was going to go with all my photos. I just kind of started with what I did know, and I'm just kind of working my way through it. So my daughter recently moved to Kansas back in February, and her and the baby came to visit in April, the beginning of April, because it was her birthday. Actually, all my girls are in April, and my daughter was turning 21, and let me tell you, it's been really heartbreaking and hard not having my babies with me, because they've always been with me, and now she's like all grown up, you know, moved out of state, and I don't like it. I'll just tell you that right now. I don't like it. But, you know, I am glad that they were able to come and visit, and she stayed for 3 weeks, so we had a good visit, and I'm hoping I'll get to see him again soon, so we'll see. So, yeah, so I wasn't really sure what direction I was going to go as far as my photos. I kind of had them spread out over a few pages, and the whole time that I'm like working with what I do know that I want to do, I'm kind of thinking ahead, like, you know, do I want to spread out my photos between 3 pages, or do I want to or 4 pages, or do I want to just kind of keep it between these 2 pages here? And so this photo, I decided that I was going to go ahead and just do the same thing that I did to the previous one, and you know, make a little photo mat basically. And I loved that pink checkered paper. I just felt like it looked that photo looks so cute on that paper, and I was like, well, I'd really like to do, maybe just kind of use it as like a 12 by 12 scrapbooking spread, just a smaller version. So that's kind of what I was thinking as I was working. And then the same thing, I'm just kind of putting the photo where there's some blues and greens. And I really like how that turned out, and I'm excited to use these little floral images for my for some sort of collage. I haven't used them yet, but I do plan on it in the future. So I'm just going to tear that down with my ruler because, like I said, I don't want it to have a straight edge. I want it to kind of have a rough, you know, not precise edge, I guess. So at this point, I'm still kind of like, I don't really know what exactly I want to do, so or which direction I'm going to go, because I was thinking about the photos of my daughter when she was 2, and I had not made a decision yet, so I just kind of went back to my other photo and just kind of was playing with that while I was thinking, which is usually what I do in my process. I will, you know, kind of start something, and then if I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm going to simmer on it a little bit and then go back to something that I know that I can work on. And then this here is just a little label book that I had made, a small label book like Rachel at Roxy Creations. She inspired me to go ahead and make one myself. And the whole reason why I made it was because of her recent little labels that she came out with. I just loved them so much, and so I had to go and buy them and the stamps and make me a little book, and I'm really glad that I did, because it's come in handy. Like it's just been very functional and useful. And I didn't use vellum. I actually used photo slips from like a waterfall photo, so it's actually a double pocket. Each pocket is a double pocket because I left the plastic on, and it's a little tight fit, but I've worked it out to where if you just kind of pinch it a little bit, you can slide everything in there, easy peasy. Anyways, that's totally off topic. So I'm decorating this this page here, and I really liked that gold foiled sticker there to frame the photo, and I chose a label, and then I didn't want to just stick the label down because I kind of feel like it's basically floating in the paper. I wanted to make like a little cluster underneath it just for it to be grounded on, if that makes sense. So I just tore a piece from that straw paper and stuck that on there. And then I wanted something else too, so I'm going to use a little piece from this collage paper as well. So it's almost kind of like a printable washi without the sticky, I guess. And it's I'm thinking it's a sheet. It looks like it might be a printable vintage sheet, but I'm not really sure. But I like it, it's pretty. And it matches. And I love that on the left side that there's that childcraft illustration of the kids playing. I think it just kind of flows well. It's the reason why I chose this spot in my journal, is because Raina and I were playing together on the porch, and yeah, I just felt like it went. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and I like how that looks. And then what am I going to do next? So here I was trying to decide, okay, do I really want to put my photo on this opposite side of this paper? But I just kind of felt like it was too far away from my main story. Like I wanted the photos of her mama when she was little to be close to to my grandbaby, just so that you could really see the difference, I guess, or have the comparison, so they were right there together. So I just went ahead and pulled out my my scraps, and I'm just kind of was looking for a paper that I could tip in to add a photo of my baby in there by her mama, or by her daughter. And then I have this little box that I have like book illustration scraps in, and other various scraps, and I just wanted to see if there's anything that maybe would go, and I chose that little page there because it was just a scrap, and I remember putting it in there and thinking, I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to use this, but it just kind of worked out perfect here. It looks like my my grandbaby to me, minus the brown eyes because she has blue eyes, but it's super cute, so I was like, why not? So I decided that I would go ahead and I was thinking about putting ledger on the back side, which you can see, and then that is just a scrap from like not a magazine, it's just a scrap from a book, but I like the blue in it, and I was hoping that I could make it work on this page, but it doesn't actually make it. It's been floating around in my scraps forever, and I need to just get it in my book so it has a home. But I decided I'd like that ledger there, and I wanted to have space to journal on, and I felt like it gave me a good amount of writing space, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that scrap ledger piece down on the opposite side. I think part of this video got cut out, actually, and well, I don't know really. No, okay, we're good. So I did go ahead and tip in that scrap piece of scrapbook paper, and so I'm still kind of just trying to figure out what exactly it is that I'm going to do, and I lost my little baby face, but I found it, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down where that ledger is on the bottom, and I really like that spot. I just kind of felt like it was really cute opposite of her photo. And then I pulled out some linens that I was going to try, because the whole time that her photo was sitting on that pink paper, I was like trying to decide, like I knew I wanted something, and I was thinking, well, maybe I could get a doily, or like a paper doily. And then I was like, well, let me see if I have any linens, and I looked through my linens, and I had this one, which is actually one from my shop, which I'll leave a link for that below. And I just kind of felt like it went perfect because it has little spots of pink crocheted flowers on it as well, and I really liked how that looked. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue that down. And it really just kind of breaks that page up a little bit, and I like how that looks. And then I had pulled out, as you can see, some of Roxy Creations little stamps up there at the top, and I really wanted to use them because I love them so much. They're so pretty, but they didn't actually end up making it in. But I'm sure I will. I mean, I've used them already numerous times, but I'm sure they'll make it in my journal. And I chose this flower, and it's funny because I'm not typically a gold person. Like, usually if I see gold foil or anything gold, I'm kind of turned off by it because it's really just not my thing. And I don't know, it just kind of worked for this. I was really surprised that I was feeling it, but I wanted that little flower cluster there to have some texture underneath it, and so I just grabbed a piece of cheesecloth and kind of like, just stretched it out and put it down so that when my sticker was on there, it had something underneath it, and I really, really like how that looked. And it had been a long time since I had used cheesecloth for anything, so I really liked it, and it gave it like a little extra dimension and texture, and it was good. I liked it a lot. I have the hardest time with my glue, you guys. I'm sorry. It just, some days it's crazy, like it works so perfectly, and then other days it's just a struggle all the way through. So I'm really liking how this is coming together. I like that my grandbaby's photos are with my daughter's photos, and I like the colors and the flow. I think it's flowing really nice. And like I said, I wanted to kind of treat this page similar to like a 12 by 12 scrapbooking page. So I'm going to go ahead and just make just a tiny little cluster up here at the top. And the whole reason why I wanted to do that was because of that blue floral in that flower cluster there, sticker. It just kind of seemed like it was dark and it was all by itself, and I wanted to just kind of give something to balance it out, I guess. Add another little pop of that navy, which I love navy, so it works out. And then I chose just like a little banner flag from that sticker sheet, and put some more of that straw paper and a piece of washi. And then I pulled out some tiny word stickers to go through, and I chose the word sweet. Stuck that up there. And then here I go trying to use my Roxy Creations little stamps. I'm just like, oh, I really want to make them work. So then, sorry you guys, my phone is going off. Let me mute it. I meant to do that. So I went ahead and just stapled the photo down on that paper there. And then I'm just kind of browsing through my, I think that was like an authentic heritage tiny word sticker sheet, and I just chose the little phrase that says, "Our family is a patchwork of memories," and I'm just going to stick that there on the side. And then I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that I can use. I went through all my stickers, my tiny word stickers the other day, and kind of organized them because they were a huge mess, but now they're all squared away. And then I found this little phrase that actually is from a Valentine's sheet, but it says, "Forever and ever you will have my heart." And I thought that was really sweet and correct, so I used that one. And then this is, I'm not really sure the maker of it, but I know it's like an older sticker sheet. And it's a baby girl one. And I was just trying to see if there was anything that I could possibly use. And I like this little number 2 because my grandbaby just turned 2 in April. And my daughter was 2 in those photos. So and I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that would work. And then I had also pulled out this. It was like a tag, and it has 4 little floral photo corners that I really wanted to use. But I did use some of them. But the photo that I really wanted to put them on, it was weird. It was like 2 of the florals were fine at the bottom, but if you tried to put them at the top, they were upside down. The flowers were upside down, so I don't know. It's like they misprinted it or something. They should have turned the flowers upside down. Anyway, so then I have this little jar of fabric clusters, because I've been making a lot of fabric clusters lately and just kind of playing with it and having loads of fun with it. And I chose this one that I really liked, and I just felt like the colors went and it added a little bit of texture to that little half page there. And I'm gonna, you know, struggle with my glue. But it eventually works. And so it's kind of like just like a little fabric banner, I guess, but it's a cluster. So then I like this label here, and this is actually a label from Amity Bloom, and the other label that I ended up using was also from Amity Bloom, and I'll link her shop below too. And then I wanted to put something there on that photo because my daughter is like looking down at the ground, and I chose that floral because I wanted her, like I said, to have something to look at. So in the photo it kind of looks like she's looking at that little sticker flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this Amity Bloom label down, and it just kind of gives me a little space to write something, and then put that that other flower there. And now I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything else that I may want to use. It's so funny because I've done like scrapbooking, 12x12 scrapbooking, and project life, and junk journaling. And when I do 12x12, it's like I use a lot of stickers and a lot of like decorative pieces and things like that, and maybe not quite so much paper. And then whenever I'm junk journaling, I'm obviously using a lot of paper, but not a whole lot of like decorations, you know, because you don't, at least for me anyways, I don't like to add a ton of bulk into my journal, so I won't use a whole lot of like dimensional stuff. But if I'm scrapbooking, I'll use dimensional stuff all day long. So it's kind of funny, which I haven't done a lot of scrapbooking lately, so needless to say, I've got a lot of stuff I gotta use up. So then my second photo of my daughter, I wanted to, I needed some journaling space. So I just picked out a scrap piece of ledger paper and decided that I would just go ahead and glue it straight on the photo. And then here I am putting those little floral photo corners, but I only did the bottom because I didn't want my flowers to be upside down on my photo, so I only did the bottom. But it's still cute and I like it. I used to like really not like putting photo corners on my photos. Like it was just not something I was interested in. I kind of felt like it was ugly. But you know, your tastes change as you go along, and now I don't mind it so much. Sometimes I'm like, man, I really wish I had a photo corner for here. So now I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of journaling, and I'm going to try that Roxy stamp again for the 100th time. So I just wrote Sweet Little Raina, April 2023. And then I wrote my little lily bug at home with Meme, 2 years old. So my daughter's name is Lily and her nickname is Bug, but she's always been like Bug or Lily Bug. And then my mother was French, and everyone in the family called her Meme. And that picture of my daughter was taken at my mom's house, at my daughter's Meme's house. So this is the end result. I know this was a long video. I hope you guys don't mind, and I hope that you guys have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed watching my process. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.